It's the Danish mastermind in the blue, MAXPAX. In the top left instead, his opponent in the red, the Protoss, SOS, playing for Team Envy. First game of the day. And it's about to be a banger between two of the most crazy Protoss out there, guys. Like on the bottom right hand corner, like this guy has a build named after himself, specifically made just to mess the day of a Terran up and just get his command center to be cancelled with a Zealot and a Stalker before the 2.5 minute mark. Like, that is kind of crazy. On the other side, we have a player who, like, 1 year ago he qualified to a run of 16 of GSL or something, or run of 32, I don't remember, by actually making a Nexus in the base of Bunny and recalling a Dark Templar into the Nexus. Like, imagine losing your spot in a run of 32 to that game. Yeah, that is SOS. Oh yeah. MAXPAX already going for something kind of weird. Placing his structures on the low ground. He's going to be very exposed to some kind of early kind of attacks. It doesn't really look like SOS is preparing for anything similar. MAXPAX will start a Zealot actually. That is interesting. I don't really see much use for the Zealot. I will gladly have preferred a second gateway by this stage. It really wants that probe, I guess. It's really scared of photon cannons or something, but really nothing is coming. This Zealot is a complete waste. That could have been a second gateway. There's a Nexus before the second gateway. Yeah, MAXPAX is kind of jazzing, I guess. It's a really weird build order for this match. It really looks like he just thought this was a PvZ and his opponent 16 pool or something, because that's most likely the only reason you go for that kind of build with a Wolof on the low ground and you make a Zealot before your second gateway or even before your Nexus. I can understand the fear of being kinda rushed, but in the end, the one Zealot will be more a nuisance than anything else. Of course, SOS will try to exploit this, try to get some depths on the map. Beautiful block by MAXPAX. There's already a shield battery blocking the entry into natural base of the blue Protoss, who's now getting a Stargate behind this. A Twilight Council instead, more standard play by SOS. Hallucinated Phoenix will get the scouting done for MAXPAX. Once SOS will have enough for a sentry, it will certainly try for it himself, because there's no real way to get anything inside the base of MAXPAX. Not really a way to scout these targets without actually getting a sentry out. Looks like MAXPAX found out where SOS units were, trying to get something done. We'll get one adept. Hallucinated Phoenix, as I was saying, will get the scouting that SOS needs. MAXPAX will get a Twilight Council out as well. Oracle and a bunch of units making their way out actually for MAXPAX. He's looking for damage. SOS is very well positioned. Doesn't have a lot of Stalkers though, just the two in the main. Also a good amount. It badly needs more. It needs at least a couple more. Here they are in the production. The Sentry will go down. Good catch by MAXPAX, as well as 3 probes. That is actually a fight that MAXPAX will gladly take. 3 probes, and sadly not a 4th one. That Oracle was very bruised. It can get into the main. Sentry and 3 probes for just 1 Stalker. That's a trade you get any day of the year. MAXPAX will retreat back home. Getting that sentry is the most important thing out of this, but MAXPAX will go for a Dark Shrine. follow-up. SOS is kind of playing the most standard PvP he can possibly play. Like, he's about to have a robo out because he's about to get into that stage of just the average PvP, and he will get an observer, maybe even 2 before anything else. And these Dark Templars are way too late to be of any use. Robo, of course, almost completed. For the Red Protoss, adding up even more Stalkers. He has Blink, MAXPAX has not with the Stargate play he did. So it looks like SOS is trying to shark for some damage due to his micro advantage with Blink being available for him. These Nexus is not really healthy, but so are SOS Stalkers. He will lose 1, he will trade for 2. Blink already trading efficiently. But in the end, SOS will have to retreat. There's no way to get the Nexus killed in any quick manner. Meanwhile, MAXPAX will actually go in with his Dark Templar play. 3 are in the making. Dark Templar, Blink, Shadow Stride is not in the makings. MAXPAX is favoring +1 ground weapons over it. Oh, this Observer chasing down the Dark Templar that gets surrounded. Beautiful, beautiful play by SOS. Getting another Dark Templar. This one over here is about to do a very, very similar end, facing what his companions have. 4 probes for 3 Dark Templars. Yeah, you don't want that. You absolutely don't want that to happen in the shoes of MAXPAX. That was completely countered by SOS with a beautiful observer positioning and a beautiful army positioning. Now MAXPAX will try to get a robo of his own, but SOS is already getting a Warp Prism. He wants to do a move out. Charge almost done for SOS as well. He can easily get stuff done with the amount of pressure he actually has. Knowing that that Dark Templar play failed will put SOS so ahead, both in a mind game and in the actual army supply. Of course, shield body overcharge can be a thing. The Vendor's advantage is going to be completely countered by the Warp Prism, if well positioned, of course. There's a Robo Bay incoming for MAXPAX actually. You want to get those Disruptors out for defense. That's a really good idea, but it's about to be very difficult. It's going to be a kind of a surprise play. The 2 armies are already clashing over here. Guardian Shield gets used, and the playing forward on top of the shield body overcharge will easily get the kill. Photon Cannon very exposed right now as well. Charge Lots will have difficulties getting into that choke point, but in the end, they will tank up so much damage for these Stalkers to get over here in the bottom. Another shield body is the next target of SOS. The rest of the army cannot get anywhere close. Charge Lots zoning everything out, tanking up so much damage, getting so much stuff done with their DPS. And in the end, it looks like SOS will be the one still having a sentry with his main army, still having the advantage. Another blink forward, soon followed by blink backwards by MAXPAX, trying to save his units. Oh, Guardian Shield gets used here. Oh no, actually it's a force field blocking these zealots in their own base for MAXPAX. 12 probes have already been killed. Meanwhile, the army of SOS is trashing the army of MAXPAX. Now Disruptor is out. There's about to be some danger in the end. Beautiful, beautiful blink forward. The Disruptor is almost out. Blink is in cooldown, and the Disruption Nova will get a beautiful connection. Still, Blink is available right now and will blink forward. On top of that, 1 Disruptor. Shibari Overcharge gets used. SOS will go for the Nexus. Cannot get into the natural anymore. It looks like MAXPAX is trying to kite from the zealots. He will go for the Warp Prism actually, and he will get it. Another Disruptor in the making, and SOS will instead get this base over here and get the heck out of there. Oh, leaning forward from MAXPAX a little bit too pretentious. We'll get just a zealot. But in the end, reinforcements are about to come for SOS. There's a lot of Zealots and Stalkers making their way over here. MAXPAX will get a kind of a good trade, but in the end, it will be forced to retreat in self-disruptor, making its way, but the Disruption Nova will whiff. MAXPAX will find itself intensely behind in this game. Oh my goodness, what a play by SOS, through and through. The beautiful Disruption Nova by MAXPAX really made it work. But honestly, MAXPAX is in no real position to win this game. Actually, he's behind one base, he doesn't really have the tech of his opponent. That's a little bit of an incredibly bad position. He has to rely on a mistake from SOS actually to win this game. Who's getting a 4th base. I really doubt MAXPAX can get anything aggressive too fast. The Dark Templars can be useful, but as you can see on your minimap, was immediately caught out, one on the top. Another Dark Templar making his way, trying to make its way at least, into some dangerous locations, but there's already Archons in the making for SOS. His army is about to get double as powerful as it already was, and that's not really good news. Alright, the game has slowed down by quite a fair amount. SOS, of course, is going to be the one ahead in tech. He's already getting some Phoenixes out to counter the Disruptor played by MAXPAX. Oh, but the army supply is just... it's just absolutely insane for SOS. 88 to 50 with just Hagers. Tech of units plus 2 ground weapons almost finished. Templar Archives is halfway through for MAXPAX, while SOS already has 3 Archons on the map. That is how much ahead SOS is right now. It's like a full minute and a half ahead compared to his opponent in macro fair and square. 61 workers to 52, 101 supply worth of higher tech units against 63. Lieutenant Phoenix will get destroyed very quickly. But in the end, SOS will try to go for yet another move out. He has all the advantages he needs. 2 Archons in the making for MAXPAX just when he needs them. And SOS will decide against it, will decide to go back home, face the Dark Templars. And plus 3 ground weapons get started for the Red Protoss. The upgrade advantage is about to be unreal. Plus 2 in the finishing stages for MAXPAX, but SOS is looking to move out. Does he have a Warp Prism with this? I don't think he does. Yeah, I don't think he does. Storm is not a thing for MAXPAX. There's a Colossus in the making. Oh, the 2 armies are already clashing. Beautiful Disruption Novas gets immediately countered by the Phoenix lifting everything up. The army of MAXPAX is just getting annihilated by SOS. How did everything go down so fast? That's kind of nuts. The Archons are the ones surviving. That's exactly what SOS needs. The Phoenix is making their way on top of that one Colossus. It will immediately go down, as well as that one Archon. The Archons of SOS not even getting into the fight. They were nowhere close to the battle. But SOS still trashing the army of MAXPAX. Will get a cancel onto this Nexus. A whole base advantage and more units making their way. The Warp Prism is not there to support this position. So SOS will play it a little bit slower than he wants to. But 6 more High Templars in the making. Plus 3 ground weapons. He's almost done. Not even started on the side of MAXPAX. SOS can play this slow. He's almost maxed out. There's Dark Templars making their way in the 4th base of SOS. There's a photon cannon and 2 zealots here. Only 2 probes will be killed. SOS getting the contain over here, stopping his opponent from getting a 4th. MAXPAX desperation play will try to move forward, but in the end there's nothing to be taken. Shield battery overcharge is the only real way of getting out of this game for MAXPAX, but this disadvantage is unreal right now. +3 ground weapons about to be done. Oh my goodness, MAXPAX moving a little bit too forward. Lots of lift up with the Phoenixes will stop the army of MAXPAX from ever getting a good engagement. Let's get this started. In the bottom left hand corner is where the blue Protoss is spawning. For Team Action, it is MAXPAX. And in the top right, it's Team NV. Very own red Protoss. Makes a noise for SOS. And in game number 1 with a banger, MAXPAX went for a very awkward opener with a low ground wall off and a zealot out of the blue. But in the end, it really looks like SOS was the one just macroing straight up better compared to his opponent. The fights were close in the beginning and the later stages of the game, of course. MAXPAX just absolutely trashed by SOS due to an insanely higher amount of supply. But of course, the last word upon this series has yet to be said, and MAXPAX will try its best to get something done against SOS. Oh, yeah, okay, this is not a Nexus block. Like, that would be crazy, right? Why will MAXPAX get a Nexus out right now, right? He will get the second gateway this time, right? Please do. And it's a cybercore. So, where's the gateway? Please. Oh, it's a zealot. Yeah, okay, it's the same opener. That is not a great opener, I feel. Like, it's strong against proxies, I guess. But, yeah, I don't really like it. And one zealot does absolutely nothing for you. Like, having double gateway instead of the one zealot means you can start like a stalker and a sentry at the same time as soon as the next score finishes. But that's... I cannot stress how much better that is. SOS will go for the same build. With a zealot of his own, but he's a lot faster on everything else. He has a sentry out in the making already, has Nexus in the making already, there's a Stargate incoming for MAXPAX. That's the reason for this. And that makes a lot more sense, actually. A second gateway with Stargate makes absolutely no sense, of course. You're about to delay your work by a little bit, at least. So, having a second gateway that early doesn't really favor you too much. Wait, what? Wait, what? What is going on here? Double shield battery and the pylon up in the natural of SOS with a void ray being produced by MAXPAX. That is getting to a whole other level of craziness. There's not a pylon over here. Like this, how can this pylon survive? Shield batteries replenishing the energy of this pylon. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. This is the weirdest game I've ever seen. Of course, MAXPAX will try to break this wall off. A shield battery is trying to keep this pylon alive and will do that. Another shield battery gets added to the battle. The void ray gets finally finished. The wall is down, but shield batteries are up for SOS as well. The pylon gets not destroyed. There's still a wall up for SOS. Second stalker pops out of the gateway. This one pylon is in danger. There's of course another pylon in the actually it's a shield battery, it's not another pylon. These shield batteries are unpowered, but the void ray has made its way over here, fighting with the stalkers, not winning the battle. SOS is blocked by these adepts though, and here comes yet another wall off with another shield battery for SOS. One adept is in the main of the red Protoss. What is going on over here? The shield batteries are powered back again. This void ray is simply not dying, even against Guardian Shield. He's out trading these stalkers. Shield batteries will finally be out of juice. There's an oracle by MAXPAX in the top right. Nothing to defend against it. The void ray will go down in the end. There's nothing to defend it. 11 probes down. The void ray survives. What is this game? I can't believe my eyes. That has to be one of the most awesome game modes I've ever seen in PvP. It's so messy, but in the end, MAXPAX, 25 workers in 1980, army supply T10 will lose a lot of resources into those shield batteries and pylons, but so will SOS. He doesn't have a strong army, he's far behind in economy, and now MAXPAX almost has his second nexus with more workers than his opponent. That is about to be a great advantage for the Blue Brothers. A lot of air units are making their way through the map to try and punish SOS. There's a dark cry from MAXPAX. He will abuse the lack of tech. He will try to at least. Birdrace activating the prismatic overcharge and will get a very good trade into Stalkers. Oh, that one. No way. Alright. Never mind. That's a terrible trade. 2 Birdrace for 4 probes and 3 Stalkers. Actually 2 Stalkers. And the one to get. Oh, but the depths are making their way in. The wall is open. Oh, these Stalkers are still alive. But more probes are about to fall for SOS. 32 workers to 23. Alright, it looks like the trickster has been tricked. MAXPAX with a very, very unique opener will get an insane advantage over SOS in the first few minutes of this game. Right now though, playing started basically the same time, and in the end Dark Shrine is going to be the only thing that is putting MAXPAX ahead on tech, aside from a Stargate of course. And these Dark Templars, can they be the end of SOS? I really think they can. There's nothing to scout him. Robotics facility not even done yet. There's no Stargate up for SOS. These Dark Templars are about to destroy this man's whole career. GG gets cold. Nothing to be done, and MAXPAX takes game number 2. The score is tied.